kilometers away from the center of the beautiful and historical Vila Viçosa, in the heart of Alentejo, is one of the most modern and better equipped rural tourist developments surrounded by olive and cork trees, Aldeamento Peixinhos. Its name derives from the manor house of Peixinhos, situated very close by and built in the beginning of the 17th century, when Vila Viçosa was forever bound to the history of Portugal as the birthplace of the dynasty of Bragança. Vila Viçosa is an important historical town with an impressive architectural and artistic heritage, boasting some of the most relevant monuments of our country, such as the Palace of the Dukes of Bragança. The Aldeamento Peixinhos is immersed in this historical environment, and guests can enjoy a very pleasant stay and will forever remember the experience of times gone past and the Alentejo landscape. Alentejo's warm welcome will encourage visitors to try the excellent accommodation provided by the Aldeamento. One-bedroom apartments with a 32 square meters lounge with a fireplace, separate dining area overlooking an 18 square meters covered patio, and a fully appointed kitchen. The first floor has a hall, a 16 square meters double bedroom, a bathroom, and another 6 square meters patio. (213 square meters 3-bedroom apartments with a 48 square meters combined lounge and dining areas, 2 fireplaces, 1 kitchen, 1 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, and a 72 square meters covered patio. The upper floor has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a 48 square meters patio. The total area of the tourist village of Peixinhos is around 19,000 square meters, and it has 24 1-bedroom apartments and 2 3-bedroom apartments distributed in 2 apartment blocks 2 stories high with an L shape. The guests have access to the following facilities: a restaurant for 80 people, a tennis court, a children's playground, 2 first-class swimming pools adjacent to a large grassed area, creating an ideal rest and recreational environment. Less than 15 minutes from the road between Lisbon and Madrid, 195 kilometers from Lisbon and 50 from Badajoz in Spain, within easy reach of the A6 highway, Aldeamento Peixinhos is surrounded by a region of Alentejo full of history, heritage and tradition. The visitor is thus encouraged to travel through time and memory. The town of Alandroal, with its imposing castle and never-ending views, its Romanic church and historical fountain quenching the thirst of passers-by, is less than 9 kilometers away. Further on, the tourist can visit Torrena and its medieval castle. One of the most traditional pilgrimages of Alentejo ends at the unusual chapel of Nossa Senhora da Boa Nova, part of the surrounding landscape. Monserrat, historical town in perfect condition, enveloped by imposing monuments of a bygone era, shows us her white houses contrasting with the black slate-covered streets. The immense stretch of the Alquiva Dam can now be seen from Monserrat. Pottery and the artisans carrying out a century-long tradition crowd the streets of the many villages we cross. Men and women who dedicate their lives to one of the most popular crafts of Alentejo are all around us, and we can be tempted to collect some exquisite and traditional souvenir. Down on the plain, and a little over 50 kilometers away, we can see the city of Évora, a World Heritage Site, with its numerous monuments, buildings and churches, topped by the cathedral and the Roman temple. This mystic atmosphere extends throughout the surrounding landscape, where cromlechs, dolmens and other megalithic remains reveal that human life has been present in the area since ancient times, and the lengthy and detailed exploration is well justified. The gastronomy of Alentejo shows itself in its great diversity and richness, so adept in providing the most wonderful taste to the cattle that grazes freely on the fields. A dish of black pork meat, a lamb stew, or a game dish to die for. One should not try to avoid such delights, especially when they are served with the excellent wines of the region. Guess that when we see the many well cared for vineyards spread throughout the area. All these delights are experienced in the presence of magnificent castles, living testimony to the courageous and loyal spirit of the local people. Built to withstand unending wars, they are nonetheless enchanting, with walls and doorways of a rare architectural beauty, as in Redondo Castle. Another example is the castle of Evramont, dominating the landscape from its position at the very top of the western highest point of the imposing and unpredictable Serra d'Ossa. Its tower is a unique example of Iberian architecture, and one can see half of Portugal from the terrace. From here, curiosity can take us to Estremoz, where we can admire its grandiose military architecture and beautiful historical center, overlooked by the castle's tower. We can feel the presence of the legend of the roses of Saint Isabel everywhere, in the very air we breathe and the stones that surround us. A few kilometers later, we come across the town of Borba, with wrought iron balconies decorating houses covered by marble, the so-called white gold, such a strong presence in all the streets and manor houses, and taking on spectacular shapes in the many monuments so typical of Borba. And so we go back to Vila Viçosa. We drive through its wide avenue overlooked by the castle, and we can visit the Museum of Hunting. Hunting has been part of Alentejo for centuries, both as a necessary activity of the region and as a lifestyle tradition. Close by, we can visit another museum dedicated to one of the most well-known activities of the town, the industry of marble. The museum has some wonderful pieces, both by unknown artists and by some of our great sculptures. The visitor is tempted to stay for a few more days in this quiet and beautiful region, or may even decide to return to the magnificent heart of Alentejo.